All right, I'm back again 2 days in a row. This is something amazing. It's my shirt that's going to bother me if I don't. As you all know by now, the Silicon Valley Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, however you want to pronounce it, it's been one of those days. But yeah, they have gone under, gone belly up, seized by the FDIC. Now, why this is important, this isn't just the largest bank failure since 2008. This is the largest bank failure since the Great Depression and the second largest bank failure in U.S. history. Yeah, it's a bit more sizable than people probably realize. There's no telling how many other banks are in a similar situation at this time. And with news like this, also it's going to affect the stock markets of the stock of other banks, so you don't know how that's going to play into it, because their issue started with their stocks declining. Now, I would like to preface this by saying, if you think back, either end of July or end of November, 1st of December 2021, I believe it was, I said year to a year and a half. Yeah, crap's going to hit the fan pretty much. Well, we're getting close to that. We're in the year, closer to the year and a half stage at this point, and things are definitely starting to get interesting, to say the least. I've heard rumors of GM laying off a bunch of people. The parent company of where I work has had some hits as well in the stock market. And there are talks of all kinds of fun stuff there, just all kinds of things, and it don't seem to be getting better. I know locally, the grocery stores closest to where I live, you never know if you're going to go in and see stuff on the shelves, and sometimes they go several months where you can't get stuff. Like the cat litter I predominantly use I haven't seen it reliably since the middle of December. So yeah, things are definitely going to be interesting going forward. But now let's get back to SVB. I know there has been some questions asked on what's going to happen with the FDIC's seizing it and shutting it down. Honestly, we haven't really seen. The last time we saw something especially of this magnitude was in 2008. I will be honest with you, I don't remember a lot about what went down back then in regards to like bank seizures and whatnot. The reason is, I was 21. I just turned 21 and was in college. There's one night I don't remember how I got back to my dorm room, much less why I was covered in mud and how I got my britches off over my shoes. And keep in mind, my natural habitat is jeans and a t-shirt. So the fact that I couldn't remember how I got blue jeans off over shoes, tennis shoes, yeah, there was only one night of that. But yeah, let's just say there's a few things I don't always remember right away from that period. But one thing people have been asking is, will a larger bank go in and buy them out so they can be reopened on Monday? Keep in mind, today is Friday. that I'm recording this and will be hopefully remembering to upload it. The answer is that ain't happening. It is possible that the bank could reopen on Monday, but that's going to be at the whim of basically, literally, the government. They're going to want to go in and see exactly what's going on. They're going to want to leave no stone unturned there before they would open it up. And it should be, I've read somewhere that FDIC will cover what they will cover, which I think is either $200,000 or $250,000 on the account. It's one or the other. I don't remember right offhand, but yeah, that it should. They've already said FDIC will be covering what they will. It's just they're going to have to do their thing before it happens, and so I don't foresee. I could be wrong. Again, don't remember a whole lot of stuff from 2008, but or there's certain lapses in memory from 2008. But yeah, I don't foresee it happening. As far as the bank bailout going down, or a larger bank purchasing SVB and reopening, I can assure you that's not going to happen. If you want an example of why, look at the acquisition of First Horizon Bank by TD Bank. They've been going on back and forth about that since May? I mean, when things like this happen, they have to have a proposal. It has to go through, like if it's a larger bank, it's going to be publicly traded, so it's going to have to be approved by their stockholders and board, and the board and stockholders of the bank being acquired. Then you have to deal with, it has to go for approval on regulation. There's regulations on that, regulators, FTC and whatnot, that have to review it and approve it. It's a drawn out process, and even in the best of situations, it's going to take a few months before that could happen. So if you're hopeful that a larger bank, whether it would be like a TD Bank or, I want to say Wells Fargo, but they're not doing so hot either right now. Supposedly there's been claims of payroll not showing up in people's accounts today, and those were accusations I saw on Twitter, so take it for a grain of salt. But still, they've been hit a few times by some pretty big bills, or by CFPB, I believe it is. They've been hit a few times. So I don't foresee Wells Fargo getting in on it. And I'm trying to pull a name out of the hat of a large bank Ralph Cuff that could potentially buy out those assets, but I don't foresee. You're talking one of the top 5 banks as far as size, and TD Bank's tied up with First Horizon, US Bank with Union Bank, I believe it is, and I don't. Regions might, but I know they've been closing a lot of branches down in my area, so I don't know if they would want to take that on or not. I don't even know what their footprint is over in that area, that side of the world, but yeah. Anyway, regardless, the chances of anyone being able to go through all the steps necessary to complete an acquisition between now and Monday morning, it isn't going to happen. You're for the people affected by this, you're at the mercy of the FDIC, the federal government. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the matter. Let's get real, folks. People are saying soft landing. Look at us, we're already improving, blah, blah, blah. You can smoke the hopium and the copium all you want, but let's get real. I don't foresee us being out of this crap yet. And we may not, my year to year and a half prediction may be off a bit. It may be more like year and a half to 2 years. And this is, like I said, going back to end of November 1st of December 2021. So I may be off by 6 months on my prediction. But when you have the second largest bank failure in United States history go down, you have things like FTX going down, still having supply chain issues. What was it, last week or week before? Several of the logistics companies, I think Coyote, C.H. Robinson, and a few others, there's like 5 of them. They all laid off a crap ton of people. So yeah, it's, if you have logistics companies having a tough go of it, that should tell you something. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'll try and drop a link or two below in the description. But yeah, I would love to be able to tell you it's all, we're doing pretty good, or it's getting better from here, sunshine, lollipops, and all that crap. But unfortunately, I'm not seeing it, and my fear is SFB and FTX. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And there's going to, my gut's telling me, especially with the Silicon Valley Bank, it's going to have a bit of a ripple effect, I believe. I could be wrong, but my gut's telling me it's not over yet. There's worse yet to come. Anyway, let me know what you think. Later.